CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And the task, and David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Now they're getting closer. Thanks, D.A. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. Adams' shot is good. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And Booker kicks to Oubre. Gallinari with the steal. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Finished off the break.
Gilgeous-Alexander in traffic uses that athleticism.
To the inside, here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And it's Gallinari missing. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Suns.
And Bones, Devin Booker capable of big nights. One of just a few players with multiple games of at least 59 points.
Well, he's always looking to put pressure on the defense, and he's got such a wide array of skills. Not only shooting the basketball, but has shown off more of his patience and playmaking ability as he moves through his career.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Adams. And the rejection by Ayton. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Well, Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes, and he doesn't make a mistake that time.
Dort. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. No good from Booker. And they're running. Here's Dort. He drains the quick shot. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Booker the pass to Ayton. The shot, no good. Adams, some nice D. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. Sharks checked in for Phoenix. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And it's Oubre off the drive. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Oubre's got his second basket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
8 feet away. Ferguson's shot is good.
Shooting off the catch is just so much more different. You're able to establish a rhythm like the one Terrence Ferguson had that time.
To the paint. Booker dishes to Ayton. The drive by Rubio. Back to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 4. And there it is for him.
Booker to the cup with confidence. Feels like he can beat anybody off the dribble right now.
He lobs it up. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Ayton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Mike Muscala is checked in for Gallinari. Diallo comes in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Here's Saric. In the corner, it's Bridges. Saric inside. He's covered by Muscala. Phoenix no good that time either. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Bones, although Ferguson may not have stuffed the stat sheet last season, he had some incredibly spectacular plays.
Oh, yeah, he can get up and sky and plays above the rim, and you love those kind of plays. But for this team, they're just hoping for more consistency from Terrence Ferguson, who continues to show some signs that the talent is there.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Aaron Baines comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kaminsky in for Saric. Thunder trailing by 7. Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And slam dunk by Noel.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Here's Jerome. Rebound by Muscala.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
Bridges, no one around him. Baines, it's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
To the left wing, bounce pass from Diallo.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But
the scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Phoenix ahead, up by 5. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Dennis Schroeder, Mike Muscala out there with Noel, and it's Diallo in at the 2 spot. That's tipped, stolen by Carter. Jerome passes to Baines. Here's Kaminsky. Here's Jerome. He's guarded by Schroeder. Kaminsky kicks to Bridges. The 3. The Thunder pull it in. Fires from 18. Schroeder against Bridges. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Schroeder. Kaminsky with the ball. Noel on him. Kaminsky dishes to Baines. And the dunk by Baines.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
All by himself.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Diallo inside. Kaminsky's there. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Diallo. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James, I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
The drive by Schroeder. The 3. And Baines pulls it down. Suns leading by 5. Here's Carter. It's good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Down low. Diallo the pass to Noel. 2 free throws coming up, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
They get a hand on it. Carter, the pass to Jerome. Kaminsky inside. He's guarded by Diallo. Here's Baines. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's Schroeder with the drive. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, fighting through some defense right there. Schroeder showing some offensive confidence right now.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Baines has got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And it's good for 2. Noel's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Jerome passes to Kaminsky. To the middle. Here's Baines. Nails the baby hook. Baines has got 8 here in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, when Nerlens Noel stays very confident offensively, good things like this tend to happen.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Alinari comes in for Terrence Ferguson. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Diallo. And Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. A nice shot by Booker.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari passes to Noel. Back to Gallinari. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensive rebound. Knocked away.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding on to an 8-point lead heading. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. And that's...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Without question, Aaron Baines displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Suns, Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. Rubio the pass to Ayton. And Adams sends it back.
And Steven Adams just throwing that one out of the way.
Pass to Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
For Phoenix, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action, we'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism.
Oubre passes to Saric. A three-pointer off the mark.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And slam dunk by Saric.
Another example of Saric running the floor as a big man. He does that well.
And before the injury, Kelly Oubre playing a career high in minutes. 38 to 40 minutes a game with regularity. G8, do you think that load could have contributed to his injury?
Well, Kevin, all young players want those minutes, but that right knee had troubled him for a while. PRP treatment back in 2017, and perhaps some questions for the Suns training staff.
Ball finds Adams. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. They've led by as much as 10. No good from Booker. Thunder trailing by 4. Here's Paul. From down in the low post, it goes. Paul's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Rubio. A second chance effort. No good on that one. And the Thunder going the other way now. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Gallinari. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Adams. That evens the score. Adams has got 6.
Great effort from Adams there. We know he has that size to take the contact, but determined on that play to get the points.
A nice shot by Booker. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Gallinari.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Saric. Mikal Bridges checked in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Johnson dishes to Booker. Outside, Carter. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Diallo with it, and it's Carter picking him up. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Diallo. 19 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Noel with the rebound. Here's Schroeder. And that one, good. Schroeder's got 6 points.
Well, at 175 pounds and lanky, Schroeder still has some strength, especially on those tough finishes.
Here's Bridges. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Suns lead by 4. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So for Oklahoma City right now, a perimeter tandem, Ferguson and Gallinari. Mike Muscala out there with Nerlens Noel. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, recent years have seen the Suns hit and miss in the draft. You can count Mikal Bridges among one of those hits. They traded up to get him in 2018. And what he's provided and the potential that he still has, they don't have any regrets with that one.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Aaron Baines. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Muscala.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And the rejection by Noel.
And Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
Thunder trailing by 4. Now Noel. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Ferguson for 3. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. You go back to draft night, Bridges drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, where his mother was an employee. The elation. And then, Brent, word of a trade.
Yes, the old awkward moment where you have to change hats during the draft. You know, the Suns valued him highly, and the Sixers maybe had some second thoughts or the deal was already worked out, but still waiting for the payoff on the Sixers end as Zaire Smith is trying to find his way onto the court.
Ferguson for 3. The shot that time not on target. Now the Suns take it the other way. Booker outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by Noel.
Schroeder, one of those guys who likes to change speeds on the floor and uses it to great effectiveness.
The drive by Rubio. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Offline with his 3. Phoenix leading by 6. Here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And it's Rubio penetrating. Here's Kaminsky. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got 4 rebounds in this game. Thunder trailing by 4. Gallinari passes to Ferguson. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pushing it up. Bridges shot. Good. And the Suns lead by 6.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen by Rubio. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Phoenix making some changes. Andre Ayton's checked in for Kaminsky. Saric comes in for Johnson. And Oubre subbed in for Bridges.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Back to Paul. Oubre with the steal. Ayton with the bounce pass. Oubre outside. Passes it to Saric for 3. Booker. The Thunder pull it in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Gilgeous-Alexander up there, so dynamic as a finisher.
Rubio dishes to Ayton. Here's Oubre, and he lays it straight in.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Dort passes to Adams. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Šarić. And it's Rubio penetrating. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Rubio's got the lead up to 10 now for Phoenix. Adams trying to free himself up. The shot's good from Paul.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
Booker with no one around. They get it back.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Oubre kicks to Ayton. Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
.11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Baines. To the inside. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Baines.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Some good. Welcome. Now it's ended up.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, D.A. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 slot. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. They get it back. Hernan Gomez. Right side Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around. And Adams with the slam.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Russell from long range. No good that time. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
Towns, no luck.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Pass to Gallinari. Feeds to Adams. Shoots over Towns. Adams' shot is off.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
A baseline J, and an air ball on that one. Way off. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Towns. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
That one goes. Count it. Adams has got 6. Adams has gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Russell finds Hernan Gomez. Back to Russell. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Towns, high post. Adams on him. Here's Beasley. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in him. The big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
Out to Gallinari. Out to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Russell looking it over. And here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, I love how Towns plays with a chip on his shoulder. He brings it every night with force.
Here's Paul. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Russell. The Timberwolves trail. A steal. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
Russell inside, defended by Paul. Here's Towns. Out to Russell. Tries again. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Boy, I like the way Russell used his body there, finishing through contact, and he'll go to the line for a 3-point play opportunity.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed's checked in. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. Lehman, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Malik Beasley. Timberwolves trail by 3. Russell left side. Passes it to Culver. Back to Russell. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Taking the hit and still getting it to go down. Russell showing you some nice toughness there.
Here's Noel, and Noel throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Here's Lehman. The Thunder making the shot. Out left to the wing. Russell with a wide-open look. He nails it, and we're tied up. Russell's got 8 points.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good on the bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Timberwolves have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Now here's Culver. He's guarded by Diallo. Johnson, the pass to Culver. Here's Lehman to the paint. Johnson. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason work.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, you know.
Greg doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
You know, the talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
We've got Ferguson. Nerlens Noel is out there with Mike Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Diallo in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Timberwolves were fined last season for resting D'Angelo Russell on the road in a nationally televised game. Minnesota said, we're a player-centric organization that's focused on learning and optimizing our players' bodies. Guys, they do seem willing to pay a fine here or there to protect their players' health. Back to you.
As a player, how couldn't you like that? Always watching out for it. David, thank you for that one. Culver passes to Lehman. Kicks it to Culver. Timberwolves passing it around. Johnson down low. He's covered by Muscala. Johnson's shot is off. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Diallo. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Diallo's got 4 points now in the quarter. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Minnesota making some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Johnson. Okogie comes in for Jake Lehman. And it's Malik Beasley in for Culver. Dort passes to Paul. Got a piece of it. Here's Noel. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kicks it out to Beasley. The pass to Okogie. Here's Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Hey, I tell you what, I've got a 39-inch shirt sleeve. Karl Anthony Towns has to be north of 40, and with that reach, you can see why he snatches up those rebounds.
Beasley, the pass to Noel. Here's Okogie. Pass to Noel. Here's Reed. Shoots from 14. It's stolen by Adams. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. And he gets the bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Adams. Pass to Dort. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Second shot opportunity. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Beasley. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Deep 2 from Russell. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Paul. Misses off the right iron. Minnesota in the lead. Inside. It's stolen by Adams. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Russell high post. With some arc. The rebound by Steven Adams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's a tie game in Oklahoma. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, a competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. It's been over a decade since the... And that does it for our...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade All Fueled Up for the second half. So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with Russell. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Russell against Paul. Russell with the bucket. Russell's got 12.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
Beasley with a clean look. Cans it from downtown. Beasley's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And good that time.
And with good height for a wing player, Gallinari gives defenders problems down low.
Outside, Russell. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. That one drops for him. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And Josh Okogie, a rugged wing defender out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and he takes an awful lot of pride in that aspect of his game, Greg. He wants to lock people up. Always active with his hands around the ball.
Adams' shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 3. The pass to Okogie. Hernan Gomez kicks to Russell. Over Paul. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Gallinari outside. Paul against Towns. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the instincts from the veteran point guard. Chris Paul has tremendous feel for the game and for how to get his teammates the ball when they're open.
Paul against Russell. Pass to Towns. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
With the tip, and Paul stays with it. Paul's got 6 points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
With his first shot attempt. Russell kicks to Beasley. Lets the 3 fly. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. From about 19 feet, and he hits the jump shot. He's got 8.
Always producing results. Gilgeous-Alexander has proven to be such a reliable scorer.
Russell, no good. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Dort. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Russell dishes to Towns. No good with the layup. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. The offensive rebound, Gallinari, and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Towns, high post. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Hernan Gomez passes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Schroeder finds Diallo. Down low. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Schroeder hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Diallo inside. That's tipped. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Noel. The big dunk at the end of the break.
So good to see young players have a feel for creating for others, and Culver flashes potential as a real playmaker.
Here's Muscala. Makes it off the glass. Muscala's got 6.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Lehman. Goes back up, and it's good on the way in.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Thunder lead by 1. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Ferguson out there with Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Diallo in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Pass to Reed. Clock is at 3. It's hauled in by Diallo. The Thunder with the lead. 16 feet away. And it's Schroeder missing. The Timberwolves shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Russell's checked in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Here's Ferguson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Ferguson's got his first 2 points.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Johnson attacking. Passes it to Layman. To the middle. Reed. And the rejection by Noel.
And Noel just staking his territory with his massive reach. That wingspan makes him an intimidating presence who covers a lot of ground quickly.
It's been like this all night for both teams, the offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
A drive by Russell. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Muscala out to the wing. Ferguson for 3. No good on the shot. Timberwolves trail by 3. Johnson kicks to Layman. Outside, Russell. Puts it up from 12. Ferguson with the rebound. The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. For 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Russell's got 11 in the second half.
Big score at this point in the game, folks. D'Angelo can't do it any better than that.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First one falls for him. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. All free throws good from Noel.
Boy, it's obvious that Noel has some nice leadership traits. He's energetic. He's positive. His teammates really gravitate to him and feed off his intensity.
Russell passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Here's Russell with the 3, and stolen by Noel. Here's Dort, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And that just may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all a time to get sloppy with the ball.
You know, defensively, you've got to respect Towns' jumper. I mean, that creates driving lanes for him because you do have to guard him because he'll make you pay if you don't.
Dort misses. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Russell, and the basket is good. 23 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Boy, wow, talk about saving something for the end. D'Angelo getting it done. You the man.
Here's Gallinari. Plays it up off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 5.
A lengthy score with a skillful offensive game. Gallinari can get you a bucket when you need one.
Out to Russell. Offensive rebound. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And the Thunder making a switch here. Adams checked in. Fires from 18. No good off the back of the rim. Paul surveying the floor. The pass to Dort. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Paul. 4 on the shot clock. Nailed from three-point land. Paul's got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder. Out left to the wing. Here's Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Game on the line. Towns lets nothing stand in his way.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Here's Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
And Towns drops them both. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They didn't. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
for the land of the
Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of the NBA here on GA. It's all
Kevin, good evening. Carl
knows it very well, DA. Thank you so much. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Oubre in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, Russell is out there with Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Booker outside. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Well, the definition of the, quote, sharpshooter. Booker showing great balance and accuracy for a young guy.
Russell passes to Towns, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Rubio against Russell. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Buries it from three-point range. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Well, this guy has such a versatile offensive skill set. Devin Booker is a threat once he steps across the half-court line.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Beasley. Fires the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
No good from Booker. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time?
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
The Suns shooting their first free throw of the game.
You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career. He demonstrated three-point range. And while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
Here's Okogie. Wants to get it to Beasley and does. Stolen by Rubio. Here's Oubre. No good there. Towns with the defensive effort.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Now here's Ayton. After D'Angelo Russell's miss. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Towns for 3. And there's the pass to Okogie. Trying to end the drought. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. And the layup is good. 7 points for Devin Booker.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Right side, Russell. To the right side. All sorts of time. And he nails the jumper.
In catch-and-shoot situations, you've got to be balanced and in control. Mr. Russell, well done.
On the wing, Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Hernan Gomez against Johnson. Oh, Ayton in position. Towns with the steal. To the left side wing. Here's Russell. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Okay, D'Angelo Russell mixing in a little interior work, not bashful.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now here's Towns. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Johnson, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Malik Beasley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I'll tell you, proving how dangerous he can be inside. D'Angelo Russell forcing the defense to make a commitment.
And the first one drops. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in, and the Suns also making a change. Jerome is checked in. Phoenix leading by 8. Here's Carter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Reed. To the left wing. To the inside. Banked in off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Phoenix in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Jerome in at the 1 spot. Inside, Bridges. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Doris, Mikal Bridges, how about 2 national titles in the 3 seasons at Villanova? Got better each and every year.
And think about in his junior season, he becomes one of only 8 major conference players in college basketball history to average 1 block and 1.5 steals while also shooting over 40% from 3-point range. Boy, that is the perfect resume for a 3-and-D wing.
Out to the right wing. Saric outside. Carter on the wing. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Over to the wing. Here's Layman. Passes it to Johnson. Here's Reed. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Jerome, no good. Timberwolves trail by 8. And here they go. Here's Culver. Saric grabs the board. The Suns have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And the shot goes in.
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Noel passes to Layman. Culver with it. Pass to Noel. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. So the wing on the left. Culver passes to Noel. 5 on the clock. Reed. Johnson with some nice D.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the pass to Rubio. To the paint. Here's Ayton. That one good for 2. Ayton's got 5. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Johnson can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Booker looking around. Rubio against Russell. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. No good from Booker.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
To the inside, here's Hernan Gomez. And no good that time. Good D by Rubio. Inside. And it's Ayton missing.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
It's Russell with the drive. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Boy, the speed of Russell can take you aback. This guy's so good at using it to take the defense apart on the drive.
Rubio finds Oubre. Johnson with it. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. For 3, Booker. They get it again. Kicks it out to Rubio. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Booker. The fadeaway. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
And it's Towns penetrating. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 14-point lead as we...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 9 points and 1 assist.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. For 3, Booker. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And Doris, no doubt that Karl Anthony Towns has taken a much bigger leadership role on this Minnesota team.
Oh, no doubt, Greg. Once the departure of Jimmy Butler was secured, then the leadership role squarely falls on the shoulders of Karl Anthony Towns. Now, his style is totally different. He wants to be a bit more encouraging, but there's no question. He's the best player. He's got to lead the charge.
Here's the break. Here's Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Pass to Beasley. Here's Okogie. Stolen by Rubio. Oubre against Hernan Gomez. Oubre can't get it to go.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Back to Beasley. Passes to Okogie. Back to Beasley. Unloads. 6 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. They grab their own miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Ayton in the high post. Johnson for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Russell. Johnson with the block.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
You know, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Saric comes in for Johnson. Bridges, he's checked in for Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Minnesota shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Throws it up high, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Noel. Changes up. The dish now to Johnson. Here's Wayman. But they'll get another chance. It's stolen by Saric. And now the Suns, a fast break. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Knocked loose. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And it's slammed in by Bridges. And the Suns lead by 17.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Johnson left side, takes a 3, and Baines pulls it down.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Bridges kicks to Baines. Now Saric still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Just 5 on the clock. Keeps it alive, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And it's Wayman in the corner. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Noel passes to Culver. That shot off the mark.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
For 3, Bridges. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Deep 2 from Russell. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Phoenix Suns taking a 19-point lead into the break. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Timberwolves trail by 19, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. We've got Aaron Baines. Ricky Rubio is out there with Carter. Then it's Bridges. And it's Kaminsky in at the 5 down low. Russell with it. Pass to Reed. Beasley outside. Culver in the corner. Now the pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Culver. Fires the 3. That shot off, so Phoenix will take it the other way. Carter, the pass to Bridges, and stolen by Russell. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Culver's got the ball. Johnson gets the bucket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Carter looking around. He kicks it to Bridges. The Suns need to get a shot off. Kaminsky. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Russell left side. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Now, here's Bridges. Rubio outside. To the middle. Here's Baines. That misses off the backboard. Timberwolves trail by 17. Fast break, Minnesota. Culver with it. Bridges covering. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Minnesota. Okogie comes in for Culver. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. And the Suns making a change here as well. Jerome is checked in. Beasley with a clean look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Suns leading by 19 points. Booker outside. On the wing, Johnson. Oh, Ayton in position.
What a great sense for what's happening on the court. DeAndre Ayton, so many ways to score.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The drive by Russell. The 10-footer. Towns, the pass to Okogie. Out to Russell. From deep. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Suns. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. For 3, Booker. That one doesn't go. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Beasley. 2 free throws coming. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Suns.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
For 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Over to the left wing. Beasley inside, defended by Booker. Phoenix controlling this game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oubre outside. On the wing, Booker. Releases from 15. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Beasley outside. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
The big cat climbs up and flushes it home.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they... It's almost time for action here in Oklahoma City.
Well, Kevin, Devin Booker.
Special talent indeed. David, thank you. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Johnson, and here's Booker from the arc. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
A wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
Now here's Oubre. And here's Rubio. Got a piece of it. Gallinari with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D there by Johnson.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
You think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
It's deflected.
Well, that's successful physicality on Oubre's part. Not afraid to get right up in the shooter's business.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul. And the Phoenix Suns criticized for trading down 5 picks to select Cameron Johnson at 11 back in 2019. Many felt that was a reach.
Well, there were a lot of people who were predicting that Cam was going to be towards the back end of the first round even, and a clear case for a Phoenix Suns team who was dead last in three-point percentage, drafting for a need in Cam Johnson. And for an undersized player, Chris Paul's a pretty good finisher around the rim. Certainly knows all the angles.
Ayton kicks to Johnson. And Ayton throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Dort. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Thunder have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And even 3-on-3 break. And Ayton throws it down.
Now, Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
The putback, that shot no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Johnson dishes to Ayton. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. Ferguson's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Saric off with the layup.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like it.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Phoenix making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. Here's Noel, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Carter, the pass to Jerome. Here's Baines in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Schroeder. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Muscala. Back to Schroeder. It's deflected. Carter looking around. Kicks to Baines. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Baines has got 8.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Ferguson misses. Carter drives in. And now the Suns a fast break. Here's Jerome. Carter on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. That shot missing. Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. We come back right after this. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings,
one thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Thunder, we've got Ferguson, Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Noel in at the center filling out the middle. Carter finds Baines. Got a hand on it. Here's Ferguson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them. It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
With 3, Booker. He's off on that one. And the Thunder going the other way now. Here's Diallo. Here's Noel. Misses the layup.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Up again, and Booker able to finish.
I think Booker's motivated tonight here. He's starting to play very aggressively. I want to see him more in there on the offensive glass.
And Devin Booker had surgery on that right hand back in the summer of 2018. Took the opportunity to work on his left hand, and ever since, his game has just gone to another level.
You wonder how much confidence, GA, he's had in making plays, not only scoring the ball with the left hand, but assisting with the left hand, and what that's opened up for him in terms of opportunities to be more effective as an offensive weapon.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. Bridges leading the charge. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Here's Schroeder. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. And the Suns here with a different look. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Saric comes in for Kaminsky. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Drive by Adams. Saric grabs the board. Suns leading by 3. Down low. Here's Ayton. Out to Saric. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Booker dishes to Ayton. Can't cash in from close range. Thunder shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Dort. No good that time. Some solid defense from Saric. Oubre passes to Saric. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Suns making a change here. Jerome is checked in. And that one falls from Saric. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Inside, Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Dort misses.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Phoenix.
And Rubio kicks to Saric. The pass to Ayton. Here's Jerome. Off target from three-point range.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Chris Paul.
Love seeing CP3 shoot from there. He just owns that area of the floor. One of the best jumpers in the history of the game.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And so here is Oklahoma City. The drive by Paul, and he converts the layup. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Some of the success to Chris Paul being able to drive has to do with his devastating mid-range game. He makes the defense play him honestly everywhere on the floor.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Suns lead by 4. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter was a heated battle. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 4. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at center. Paul with the 3. Trains the three-pointer. Paul's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Thunder.
And CP3 is so good at choosing when he unleashes his three-point arsenal. Now, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Here's Paul. Second chance shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, he's such a big guy, Adams, but he does move quite well, and that helps his ability to get to the free throw line.
Both good from the line that time. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
But they recover it. Kicks it out to Johnson. Booker with no one around. Hits it from three-point range. Booker's got 9.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. This guy has a huge physical advantage on the nights that he's playing other bigs, whether that's by his size or his ability to run the floor. And if he comes out with an aggressive mentality, he could really punish some teams throughout the course of a regular season.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And stolen by Ayton. To the paint. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
And some think that Ayton has a chance to be in a class with some of the great big men we've seen, be it Ewing or Robinson, Hakeem. I mean, those are very lofty standards. Brent, how does he get there, though?
It's a great question. I think when you talk about it, Kevin, you got to look at the defensive end. And those names that you just mentioned on a nightly basis were a force behind anybody on the perimeter. When they came into that house, it was defended. If Ayton gets there, he's got a big opportunity.
It's Schroeder with the drive, and it's blocked. Oubre passes to Booker. He kicks to Carter. Back to Booker. Oubre outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Suns lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Poke loose. A second chance effort. Pass to Booker. Suns moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. And it's Oubre off the drive. And the shot goes down.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Steven Adams. Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Schroeder, and he uses the glass on the layup. Schroeder's got 8 points.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
For 3, Booker. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Suns leading by 7. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Ayton dishes to Kaminsky, makes it off the glass.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Stolen by Rubio. Pass to Ayton to the wing right side. Kaminsky inside, and finished off by Kaminsky.
And Šarić, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Sharich.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix. No good on the second free throw.
Schroeder last year accepting his role of coming off the bench and being a scorer. So whatever it is the coaching staff is asking of him, he's willing to do it.
There's Noel. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 6.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And the Thunder with some changes. Dort's checked in, and it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Dort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a former high-level recruit, Dort went undrafted, but it didn't take him long to make an NBA team and contribute.
Yeah, he played around 20 minutes a game last year for OKC, and he just really prided himself on bringing toughness and defense on a nightly basis. Trust me, there's plenty other guys on that roster who can do the scoring job. So he settled in nicely and continues to work on being more consistent offensively.
The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Mikal Bridges, I think one of those talents coming out of college, where a lot of teams expected him to have a 10 or 12-year career playing a great role as a two-way player in the NBA. Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Kaminsky kicks to Bridges. Passes it to Sharich. Here's Jerome. And again, it's the Suns missing. Diallo inside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Phoenix Suns. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Gallinari is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Noel finds Gallinari. The shot, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. The pass to Kaminsky to the inside. And stolen by Noel. And the wide open shot from Paul. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Rubio. Back to Booker. Thunder trailing by 14. To the middle. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Adams checked in, and a change for the Suns. Oubre's checked in. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Paul with the ball. Second shot opportunity. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Here's Dort. He's guarded by Johnson.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And the dunk by Booker. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day who was my favorite. You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs. Couldn't score after going the length of the floor. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Paul. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Now you're pretty confident that Chris Paul is going to make the right decision with the basketball.
Booker the pass to Baines. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And Booker is good for three. Booker's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Rubio against Paul. The shot comes out. Suns leading by 16. And it's Oubre off the drive. He gets it in there.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
For three, Booker, another three for Phoenix.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Suns.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Devin Booker.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And here's Booker from the arc. And he's good on the three ball.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Lets it fly. Doesn't go that time. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Paul against Rubio. And Paul gets it to go in.
Chris Paul knows exactly not just who's going to hit him, but how they're going to hit him.
For three, Booker kept alive. And Baines kicks to Booker. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Schroeder outside. And it's off from three-point range. For three, Booker gets the bucket.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside.
Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. And with tip-off cup.
Hey, Kevin, we have seen the...
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for Minnesota, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward.
And how about the ferocious take? Gallinari proving he can drop an absolute hammer when he wants to.
Now, here is Russell. Beasley outside. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that one's good. Russell.
You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
Now, here is Gallinari. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the game here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And Chris Paul, very much one of the best and most talented point guards in the league. A really poised floor leader who always is talking and is really an excellent leader, too.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
Here's Dort. The shot off that time. Towns with the defensive effort. Hernan Gomez against Gallinari. Outside Russell. Fires from 14. Almost, but it rolls out. And we've heard Towns for years pronouncing his happiness with the Timberwolves. Last season, Greg, as the losses piled up, some rumors that he was getting frustrated.
Well, we've seen this pattern with the Timberwolves before, right? Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, all-star big men who ended up leaving the Twin Cities to win titles.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Passes it to Towns. Outside Russell. 5 to shoot. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Largely because of that length, Gilgeous-Alexander feeling confident attacking inside.
Knocks it loose. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
It's Beasley on the wing. Pass to Towns. Lays it up off the glass.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Good work there as it goes. Paul's got 5 now.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Beasley with the steal. Pass to Okogie. Back to Beasley. Launches it. The rebound by Steven Adams. And Adams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Okogie misses. The Thunder leading by 5. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the effort level of Gilgeous-Alexander drew rave reviews from his college coach as the hardest worker and most coachable player on the team.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Here's Noel. 1:16 left to play in the first. To the paint. Reed the pass to Layman. Shoots from 8. And the rejection by Noel.
Man, you can just see Noel's eyes light up when a shooter attempts these shots. He's so forceful and determined in his denials.
And there's the pass to Noel. Nobody near Schroeder. Drills it from outside.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Noel. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Diallo, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder leading by 6. Here's Noel. And it's blocked. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Lehman. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
Shooting for Minnesota.
He's perfect from the line this time. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. In the corner, it's Diallo. They get the rebound. Noel. No good with the layup.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Passes it to Lehman. 1 second left. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 2. And back with the start of the...
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but...
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the floor for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second quarter. You've got Diallo, Mike Muscala out there with Ferguson. Then it's Noel, and it's Schroeder in at the point. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
Hey, guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Pass to Noel. Here's Reed, and there's the defensive 3-second call. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is. Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
The Thunder with the lead. Pass to Diallo. Can't get it to fall.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Diallo, no good. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Noel. A shot by Culver, nobody around. And the 3 off target. And we know GA's shooting is a question mark for Jarrett Culver.
A long windup, a little hitch in his giddy-up, and shoots it kind of on the way down. He's reworked his motion. I like the high release, but it's still a work in progress.
Lehman pass to Reed. Poked loose. Schroeder, left side. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Puts it up from 12. Here's Noel. He's guarded by Schroeder. Shot's good by Noel. Noel's got 5 points in the quarter. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
So both teams making some changes here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. It's Beasley on the wing. Fires the three. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Russell kicks to Hernan Gomez. Out to Russell. This one for three. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Paul goes in. It's blocked. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Okogie. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, that's a great job by Okogie to get out in front and finish off the break.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And the Thunder making a change here. Dort's checked in, and Russell gets it to go.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Finished off the break. Russell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner.
And he has not been able to keep up that pace he had going in the first quarter.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Down low. Towns finds Beasley. Clock at 6. Here's Russell. Towns, the pass to Beasley. Here's Okogie. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
And pushing it up again is Minnesota, again in transition. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 3.
Thank you, Kev.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. Follow it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. And in Kentucky, Coach Calipari famously forbid Karl Anthony Towns. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Timberwolves leading by 3, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Karl Anthony Towns, Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's Okogie in at the 3. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Paul, and that one drops. Paul's got 7 points.
You cannot underestimate Chris Paul's ability to finish through contact just because he's small. I mean, he's as tough as they come.
To the left side wing. Knocked loose. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And they're on the break, and there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Beasley kicks to Russell. Looking to get back on track here. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Boy, deceptive athleticism that Russell has for a point guard. This young man is sneaky in his ability to get up.
And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The shot missing.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Russell kicks to Hernangomez. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Hernangomez. And Culver's subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Chris Paul.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
For Minnesota, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's a Kogi. Thunder with the rebound.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Yeah, you know, this is just too easy for Kogi. I mean, the defense cannot afford to let him get deep, established position.
Here's Schroeder. Off target with his 3. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 1-point game. Beasley with a clean look. Offensive rebound. Tries again. From outside the arc. Towns. It's good on the putback.
And you see Towns with the big, sure hand controlling that putback.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense is right there.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually, he's money from deep.
For 3, Beasley. The shot. No good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. And the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways. Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Johnson with it. Adams on him. And Towns throws it down. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. You remember, he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills, too.
Thunder trailing by 3. Inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Beasley for 3, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Boy, such a dangerous threat in transition. I mean, once Beasley gets a step on the defense, goodbye.
Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed's checked in. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. And it's Russell in for Culver.
And, you know, really, Towns is the total package. A versatile scorer, skilled defender, and strong competitor.
And he gets it back. And Noel kicks to Muscala. Noel passes to Muscala. And it's good off the glass. Timberwolves leading by 6. Out to the wing. Hernangomez finds Towns. Back to Hernangomez. And here's Russell. Drops in the layup for 2. Russell's got 10.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the... And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Right back after this break. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So for Oklahoma City right now, Paul out there with the out. And there's Nerlens Noel, and it's Mike Muscala, and it's Ferguson in at the 3. Minnesota in the lead. Russell passes to Reed. Back to Russell. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And for the Thunder, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Paul fires from way outside. No good on the quick 3. Timberwolves leading by 6. Russell finds Hernan Gomez. Back to Russell. Kicks it out to Beasley. Shot clock at 6. Releases. And it's Noel with the rebound.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
High post try, and Russell gets it to go on the assist by Beasley.
Guys, that was really nice work mixing in this shot. When Russell is squared up and shooting with confidence, which is most of the time, he can bury it.
Here's Ferguson. Hernan Gomez covering. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Russell. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Thunder trailing by 8. Here's Noel. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
You know, he's not just long. Noel is also a remarkable athlete, putting the ball down on the floor and taking it strong to the cup. A lot of big guys can't do that.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Ryan Saunders told his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thanks, David. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Okogie, the pass to Beasley. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more. but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Okogie inside the three-point line. On the clock, Beasley kicks to Hernan Gomez. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Reeves got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Consistent at looking to score. Gallinari knows how to put pressure on defenders and earn that call.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. Timberwolves leading by 11. Russell left side. And the pass to Okogie. Russell feeling it out a bit. And they pick up 2. Russell's got 13 points in the second half.
Gliding and gliding off the pick and roll. Russell makes the smart choice to take it himself.
Beasley with the steal.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Timberwolves.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
And with good height for a wing player, Gallinari gives defenders problems down low.
And Russell gets it to go.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Towns dishes to Russell, passes to Beasley. Three-pointer, but they get it back.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home. That's a great look at our location and the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the 3. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. Oubre finds Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Russell against Oubre. Back to Hernangomez. To the inside. Out to Russell. Three-pointer.
You got it. Come on, come on.
Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Now, here is Hernangomez. Clock at 4. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. Up top, Russell. He's guarded by Johnson. Russell kicks to Beasley. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Minnesota's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. They get it again. Pass to Hernangomez. Another miss by Minnesota. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. And it goes down 2 points.
And right there you see Devin Booker's feel for the game. This guy knows exactly when to give it up.
Hernangomez in the corner. Russell fires away from way outside. Timberwolves keep it alive.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now, here is Russell. Hernangomez passes to Russell. Shoots it up. Johnson with the block. And they get it back. Just 5 to shoot. No good from Beasley. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Oubre kicks to Booker. Beasley against Rubio. Back to Booker over Russell. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Phoenix leading by 4. To the paint. It's tipped. Hernangomez with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Here's Towns. Oubre pulls it in.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Saric comes in for Johnson. Mikal Bridges checked in for Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Now, here's Baines. Saric right side. He can't hit that time. Timberwolves trail by 4.
In the summer of 2018, Karl Anthony Towns signing that 5-year, $158 million max contract.
Greg, given that he has a reputation of being frugal, that may last him a while. Consider after he was drafted. For a while, he didn't own a car. He actually walked around Minneapolis. Now, that could be a little cold in those chilly winter months.
Now here's Booker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
Yeah, Devin Booker, shiftiness, gets himself into the paint. So aggressive, and it pays off.
Man, such an easy release for Devin Booker. Doesn't have to elevate that much to get that shot off.
And what that means, Greg, is that smooth stroke translates into the three-point shootout. Booker with the all-time record, 28 points in a round. That leads to a victory in 2018 in that contest. That was special.
6 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Here's Layman from outside, off the mark. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Bridges passes to Saric. Not going to go that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Timberwolves shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And Phoenix making a change here. 40 seconds left in the first. Carter outside. Jacks up a three. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Culver passes to Noel. And yes, it's good.
You can see the vision and instincts of Jarrett Culver, able to spot the wide open man and hit him in rhythm.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Johnson, good.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
And here's Carter. Here's Saric. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, it really helps when Dario Saric is aggressive like this. The guy makes the defender commit, and nicely done offensively.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Suns ahead. They lead by 3. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Culver. Layman is out there with Johnson. And it's Reed in its center. Phoenix leading by 3. Here's Bridges. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
It's stolen by Saric. Here's Carter. And the layup's good off the glass. Carter's got the lead up to 7 now for Phoenix.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Johnson, the pass to Reed. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Tipped away. Here's Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Frank Kaminsky picks one up. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
Hey, Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not.
What about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Go ahead, Mr. Ayton. How about that finish?
Russell kicks to Hernan Gomez. Back to Russell. It's stolen. And here they come. Here's Rubio. Johnson with the block. They recover it. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Johnson.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Hernan Gomez passes to Johnson. Beasley outside. It's good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Ayton. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Timberwolves trail by 5. And Beasley, here we go. Jerome with the rebound. Beasley with the steal. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in. Booker with it. Beasley covering. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Baines. That shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Passes it to Okogie. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Johnson, he's checked in. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Right wing. Okogie, the pass to Towns. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Towns has got his second bucket.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Oh, Ayton in position. And stolen by Russell. And now Minnesota on the fast break. From 8. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Oh, man, how good is he at turning on the Jets and getting to that next level? D'Angelo Russell. How about the vertical from Kelly Oubre Jr.? My goodness.
The pass to Okogie. And there's the feed to Towns. It's good. And that's now 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, you love watching Devin Booker finish with power. He refuses to settle for the layup. Nice aggressiveness there.
Russell passes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Bridges against Towns. Outside Russell. And Towns throws it down.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
And Beasley, here we go. The score now all even.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And here's Booker from the arc. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. The period came to a close with them holding a 3. And that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Towns kicks to Beasley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Russell gets it to go.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game. And D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
Ball's knocked loose. Now Hernan Gomez. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Russell with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Towns against Rubio. 9 feet out, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Suns trail by 5. Booker finds 8. Unable to get that one. And Minnesota now the other way. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control. Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Oubre on the wing. Johnson up top. Hernan Gomez covering. Oubre kicks to Booker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract. Coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
Carter, the pass to Baines. Culver with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Noel. That's tipped.
Oh, Dario Saric sends it back. Go ahead, sir.
Here's Booker. Nails the baby hook. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
A shot by Culver. Nobody around. Off target from outside. The drive by Booker. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And now just a 1-point Timberwolves lead.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker on the interior. It matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
Here's Noel. Rebound by the Suns. And now the Suns a fast break. Here's Booker. Got a piece of it. Fast break, Minnesota. Culver's got the ball. Stops, pops, and it's sent back by Carter. But he stays with it. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. And the Timberwolves making a change here. The Suns have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. On the wing, Booker. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Pass to Reed. Timberwolves passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up. And Russell with the lay-in. Russell's got 12 points in the game.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Devin Booker. Russell against Bridges. Fires for 3. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Culver. Russell's got 10 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's Booker. In the corner, it's Bridges. Back to Booker. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Lehman. Kicks it out to Johnson. Culver with it. Harder on him. Russell with a wide open look. Great positioning on the putback. Lehman's got his first basket.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Again, the miss by Booker. Culver with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And they're pushing it up. Goes up. And the dunk by Booker.
That's just superior balance from the crafty guard. If you allow Devin Booker to get close, he's going to draw your contact.
The Suns shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. Here's Russell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Russell's got 17.
Okay, D'Angelo Russell mixing in a little interior work, not bashful.
D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Minnesota, we've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Russell passes to Reed. Kicks it out to Beasley. Outside Russell. And stolen by Booker. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And the basket by Johnson. And the Suns lead by 1.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
They get it back. Hernan Gomez. Beasley for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is capable of outrunning almost every other big in the league. Nice job in transition.
Poked away and stolen by Booker. And the Suns another fast break chance here. And the basket by Rubio.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Beasley for 3. That shot is off.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Ayton against Russell.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Here's a Kogi. That one's off. Still out of sync. Phoenix leading by 7. Oubre can't get it to go. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And up the court come the Suns on the break. Kicks it out to Booker over Beasley. And that one goes long. Timberwolves trail by 7. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Suns.
Booker against Beasley. A drive by Booker. Oh, Ayton in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. A minute 50 left in the game. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Carter, the pass to Baines. Here's a Kobo. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Feeds it to Baines. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, his value to this team on both ends. Not many guys can defend the perimeter and the rim the way Towns can.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Back to Beasley from deep. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Suns take it the other way. Carter dishes to Bridges. Back to Carter. Six on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. The shot by Sharch, no good. And here are the Timberwolves. They trail by 6. Towns up top. Beasley outside. Towns, the pass to Beasley. Here's Okogie. Back to Beasley. Pass to Okogie. Now here's Towns. Defended by Bridges. Another shot. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
Passes it to Okobo to the right side. He's looking for Sharch and finds him. In the corner, it's Bridges for 3. That one, no good. And so it's Phoenix who's straight by with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it did.